Aries, it looks like you are clearing some type of chaos out of your life, finally, for good. It feels like you've been on a very long processing journey of recognizing either a role you had to play where you feel like it doesn't resonate with you anymore and you almost have to go against yourself to play that role, or it could be that somebody is offering you something and you know that it comes with, I'm hearing limitations, or that they have to either be something you're not, or they are someone, they're acting like in a facade in some way. But it feels like you've been doing a lot of processing to release whatever this is. And I do feel like there is space that you are gaining through the situation. I also feel like you've been following a thread and you don't know where you're going, but you've been following this thread and it feels like there's like some, it's like almost I'm seeing spirit give you like one step here and then like you go towards that step and you kind of like see a little bit of the picture, and then you go to the next step and you see a little bit more of the picture. But I don't feel like you're getting a full picture of where you're going, but I do feel like you're on the right track. And I do want to say that these energies to me seem very heavy. And it does feel like it's been a long process and a long journey. I mean, the pilgrim is a long, arduous, challenging journey. It can be challenging. I do feel like with chaos and against nature here, it does feel challenging. Whatever this chaos is, either with another person, a situation, within yourself, you've had to deal with it. And when I was first tapping into your energy, I saw a vision of I saw this like black chaos around you and you were like clearing it out outside of you first, and then you like looked down and you like noticed you had like a little bit of chaos inside you, and then you stopped trying to clear the chaos externally and you went internally and you cleared this chaos out. And you notice the more you clear this chaos out, the more things on the outside start to clear up too. And I don't know if that was part of like what you were learning through the cycle, but I do want to say it looks like you are rebalancing after some type of deceitful situation. I don't know if that's, again, I don't know what type of deceitful situation that is, but it does feel like you feel sadness over either a role that once felt good to you that doesn't feel good to you anymore and you have to mourn that, or you were in a situation where you were not being met by another person, or this situation, like maybe there was something toxic or off about it, or there was deceit attached to this person or situation, and you're clearing that out. It could be both for some of you, but I do feel like whatever it is that you're clearing out has elements of overwhelm and grief that are attached to it. And I do want to say this Uranus with this benevolent guide, it feels like the guy, like I was getting a message from the guides, like they may be sending you help, like some type of, like Uranus is like a deep strike of like lightning, either like really good thing happening, a breakthrough of some type, a guide stepping in, a person coming into your life, a new job opportunity. Like it feels like something is going to help you kind of get out of I feel like it's not stagnancy, because I don't get that. It's more of like a void stage you may be in. Because I feel like you have cleared a lot of this chaos out, and now I'm seeing there's like this space. And maybe you're like, what do I fill this space with? And I do feel like there's gonna be a breakthrough that you're experiencing. And I feel like it's like divinely sent. Like I'm getting a divinely sent helper in some way. Like it could be a new love, it could be a new job. But it does feel like it's coming in suddenly. But I do feel like you need that. Okay, we got 5 of Wands on chaos. So this could be definitely external conflict that you're experiencing, and internal. And it has to do with the 9 of Swords. So that's about fear. But this 9 of Swords is always so striking to me. Do you see this? Like this looks so painful, like, and gross and like ill. And I just feel like this to me like looks like energetic residue that again, like I saw you clearing out some type of energetic residue within you, and it looks like either fear programming that you're clearing out, grief programming, conflicts within you that keep you held back, that keep you in a chaos mindset, or even in chaotic situations. It doesn't have to be a chaotic mindset, but I was feeling a little bit like you may have been feeling like your mind has been really heavy, or just like a lot of thoughts happening. But again, I do feel like this is what you've been clearing out. Okay, we have 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands. What's this about? The Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I get this feeling like you want things to go faster than they are for some reason. Mother of Pentacles, that's Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So this fear and this conflict could be surrounding something to do it surrounding something to do with your stability. Even moving slowly is not your style, right? Like Aries is not a slow mover. You know what I mean? Like Aries always like knows what they want and goes after it. So maybe this is like you're learning like a new way of being with like this type of energy, but I don't feel like it feels comfortable to you. I feel like you just want to get to where you're going. Like, I'm feeling a very impatient energy. Like I just want this to be over with. I want to move forward. I want to get out of this chaos. I want to like step into the new. Like I totally get it. And so, but I do want to say you are growing, even if it's going slower than you'd like. I don't know why it's slower than you like. Why is it slower than you like? That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Maybe because I don't know. Something. Let me see this before I say that. Mother of Cups. That's Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Mother of Swords. Wow, we have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, all three together. Wow, this looks like there's like a really big consolidation of your feminine energy coming together. The High Priestess too. Wow, this is really big, Aries. Whatever this is huge. Like, even though you may feel impatient with this growth, whatever this growth is leading you to is like a very high vibrational feminine energy. And you don't have to be feminine. We all have feminine and masculine. But it looks like you're moving slowly, but you're developing more stability, more emotional resonance, more emotional fulfillment, and more paying attention to your emotions even. And then also, it's interesting because we don't have the Queen of Wands yet. I'm saying yet because I feel like it might come out. But it's interesting that we have all the other court cards that you are not exalted in, or like not like your main one. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's like a like you. It may be going slowly because you're developing parts of you that are not as like you're like not as exalted within you. Like I feel like you've just been growing. But my point is that like this is huge. Like you're growing how you protect yourself, how you discern, how you're logical, how you move, how you're moving slower, how you are creating stability, how you are creating an emotional safety around you, within you and on the outside of you. I don't know what you've been through, Aries, but I feel like it was quite challenging. I will say that much because this is some serious growth I'm seeing you do in it, and I know that you're impatient with your growth, but this seems like you've I don't know, maybe you have been working at this a long time. I mean, we have the Knight of Pentacles, so it would have been a slower slower process. The pilgrim too is like a long journey, a journey that has a lot of ups and downs, or it's it's going to be a long journey kind of thing. And so it has elements of a long journey, and there's an element of impatience from you about having to go slow. But I do think that you're learning something from going slow, and I do feel like what you are learning, even if it's not just from going slow, because I feel like there's other things I'm not seeing, of course, that you're learning and why you're learning them. But it does seem like this is really like changing you on a deep level and in energies where you may not feel as quite as comfortable as you would like as the Queen of Wands, right? This is also helping you with your intuition. Father of Pentacles too. Some of you could have a relationship here with somebody I'm seeing. Doesn't have to be. This could be just two parts of you. Father of Pentacles. There's an intuition possibly about another person. There's the Hermit. There's Virgo energy. We have Virgo energy. Is that it? I think that's it for zodiac signs. Virgo energy. So okay, hold on one second. Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the Daughter of Pentacles. We have so much Pentacle energy here. We have the Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles, Mother of Pentacles. So we have all of the Pentacles court cards. Ace of Swords. I'm getting like a family vibe here. A little bit. You might have been clearing some type of family trauma is what I'm seeing. Generational trauma even for some of you. What's this Ace of Swords? Temperance. Really interesting. What is this Ace of Swords with this Temperance? What is this? There's a major truth around the Five of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. There's a major truth around like collaborations and how you may have been involved in collaborations that really were like competing with you, wanted to win at all costs. We're not really doing things in a way that was like good for you. And I feel like, yeah, so there's some type of collaboration I'm seeing you have that has the Five of Swords attached to it. And that might be what this conflict and this fear is about. Because like I was saying in the beginning about somebody offering you something, but it's a facade. So you may be being offered a collaboration that you may have already been in before. Could be a relationship for some of you, could be a job. But you know it's attached to, I heard limitations again. It's attached to some sort of, it makes you feel like you can't be yourself. It makes you feel like, what does it make you feel like? It seems like it makes you feel like you have to be like cutthroat, and it's like you don't want to be like that anymore, or you have to be like super like perfect and you don't want to have to do that anymore, or it's giving like that energy. It doesn't have to be those exact things, but it's giving like you have to be something you're not to engage in this. You also have to deal with someone or a situation that is consistently bringing you like a headache. It seems like a headache, like I'm getting like a headache. And there's a major truth around like a consolidation of your energy. You're understanding about how to alchemize energy in a different way than you ever have before is what I'm getting. And it seems to be mostly involving pentacles, but we do also have Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups. So emotionally and logically you're changing, but also what seems to be like the consolidation around the most, how am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? There's the most, I can't know what I'm trying to say here. The energy that is showing up the most for you is I'm getting like a family of pentacles. I don't know why I've never gotten it that way before in my life. It's like you're learning how to use your masculine energy and create stability and building blocks in a new way. You're learning about how to move slower. You're learning about how to use like, it's almost like I'm getting like you're learning how to work with the world in a different way than you have before. And it seems to be harder for you, more uncomfortable, but it also seems to be helping you in a really interesting way. And I feel like that might be this thread you're following. Like, I'm not used to using my energy in this way. I'm not used to channeling myself in this way, but it seems to be leading me somewhere that feels important, but you don't know what it is yet. And I think that's part of the difficulty of this. It's like so interesting how I'm getting this. Like, it feels so much like, again, you would feel like this does not feel like your normal mode. You would feel like the way that you're handling this feels very different than the way you have before. And I do get it's because you're clearing out some type of wounding around fear and a conflict. And I don't know if it's just with the situation. I feel like it's more internal, but I do feel like it's externally showing you something about this 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords situation, this collaboration that you have. It's showing you something about this collaboration that you have that's unhealthy. It's showing you fears it's bringing up in you. It's showing you conflicts it's bringing up in you. It's showing you how it's brought chaos into your life. And this could be a past energy that's returning, or it could be a current situation that you've been dealing with that you've been trying to move out of. That's what I'm getting. Like, I'm getting like a moving out. I'm getting like this feeling like I don't know why. That's really interesting too. Can I get Temperance? 9 of Cups. I'm like, how many is that? This is leading you to your wish fulfillment. That's what it looks like. But it just looks like it's been a long process. It's like a long process of uncovering even what you really want. And again, like it comes to like who you really are. It's like you're discovering yourself in a new way, and you're finding new things about yourself, and you're finding new strengths out about yourself. And you're also figuring out that maybe you want different things than you used to want. And you've changed so much that things are not the way they used to be before. I thought I had like a shadow on my face, but it's just the lighting. I'm like, what is black on my face right here? I'm like, I don't know what that is. I hope it's not actually black and I'm just tripping. No, it looks like a shadow. Okay. I don't know why. Whatever. 9 of Cups. Daughter of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So that would be Page of Wands in reverse. You're realizing that you do not want to be involved with inexperienced fire energies. Like, that is what I'm getting. Like, that's what I'm hearing exactly. Like, your wish fulfillment, like, you may have been cool. Like, I'm cool is coming through, but you may have been cool with dealing with inexperienced fire energies before because you are very advanced at fire, and you might have been able to see, like, okay, like, they're inexperienced. Like, I get it. Like, I know what that's like. I know how to, I'm exalted in fire. I understand how it feels to, like, go after something you think you want that feels good in the moment, that's not. But I don't know if something happened or if you've just grown so much, but like there's like a deep understanding of like not wanting to deal with inexperienced fire energies, because I do feel like I wonder if that's part of this collaboration with the 5 of Swords. It's like this, if it was a person, let's just say it's a person, not a situation, but I'm just saying a person. Let's say it's a person. So it would be a person who is very fiery, who thinks they know everything, who thinks that they have all the answers, that thinks they're better than you, that thinks they're more experienced than you, that is supposed to be in a team with you, but really consistently is just trying to compete with you and be better than you and thinks they know everything. And really, they're really inexperienced. And so it's like, I think you're realizing like that, and they may also be bringing some type of chaos to your life. And I think that you have grown a lot and you're realizing like, that's not part of my 9 of cups. Like, I don't want to deal with this type of energy anymore. Like, I've grown so much, like, I don't need to be doing this anymore, is kind of the feeling I'm getting. And in seeing how somehow this collaboration, or it doesn't, I don't know what it is for everyone, but it's somehow like making you feel overwhelmed about the future. Like you don't, why would you feel overwhelmed about 3 of Wands? Why? 3 of Cups. Maybe some of you don't, I'm hearing her third party. It doesn't have to be, I'm just seeing 3 threes in a row. We have 7, 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles. We have the Moon and 3 of Cups. Hold on. What's the Moon and 7 of Pentacles? The Lovers. Some of you could be dealing with a counterpart or a karmic partner, even for some of you, or a soulmate. It doesn't have to be, it could just be any of those, but I'm getting, it could be also a family member, a job. I'm seeing, hold on. What's the 7 of Pentacles and the Moon? Is this 8 of Swords in reverse? Yes, 8 of Swords in reverse. You're realizing something here. You're untrapping yourself from some type of situation, it looks like. And it looks like you're doing that through how? What's the 7 of Pentacles in the Moon? You're somehow unblocking your subconscious in some way. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the Magician come out. We have Gemini here, Virgo, Temperance, which is Sagittarius, and the Moon, which is Pisces. You are somehow, I don't know how you're doing this, but it looks like you are looking at what am I hearing here? You're looking at previous situations and maybe even the current situation and seeing what? Seeing what? The Hierophant. How you may have remained loyal. It looks like to either negative beliefs that kept you dealing with collaborations like this current one that you seem to be dealing with. You are breaking down negative belief systems and in your subconscious. It looks like you're digging in your subconscious and looking and like untrapping yourself in some way by looking at your negative beliefs and reconnecting with like what's happened, the truth and the reality of what actually has happened, and seeing it in a new way. It's like I'm seeing you look at your past, your childhood, your trauma, your wounding, your anything like that. It doesn't have to be those things, but it's something like that. You're looking at that in a new way, in a new light. You're looking at it more compassionately. You're looking at it with Queen of Swords. Like I'm seeing the queens. I'm seeing you look at it from a more stable, grounded, motherly energy. I'm seeing you look at it from a more soft energy, gentle energy. I'm seeing you look at it from a discerning way, a very truthful way. You're looking at your past, and you, because you're looking at it with the truth, your eyes are the truth. I'm hearing your eyes are the truth. It's unbinding you from feeling trapped, because you might have been feeling trapped for some reason. You might have figured out some tie to the past that was keeping you involved with this inexperienced fire energy, this collaboration, dealing with people that were inexperienced. It's like you are breaking it down and removing it and finding a way forward after it. It looks like, but I don't know why it feels like this collaboration. It feels like for some of you, some of you, it could be a collaboration with a partner who's like a deep partner. Like it could have been a really important relationship that you had that was wrapped into inexperience and toxicity. It doesn't have to be toxicity, but I'm getting inexperience and competition, very fiery energy, thinks they know everything. Could have been dealing with a partner like that. It could have been really deep, and you may have had to go really deep within yourself to move out of this. Some of you, it could just be like a job that you felt like you couldn't walk away from for some reason. You had to go digging in your subconscious or in your past, or just being really real with yourself. It doesn't have to be digging in your subconscious, but because I'm like, Aries, I don't know if that would be something that they would be doing. I mean, not saying that you wouldn't do that. I'm just saying like, it doesn't seem like you're, again, like not like your normal mode. So I'm like, okay, how would you do this if you were an Aries? And it seems like you would do it in a much more direct way. And I think that, again, looking at yourself directly, like the reality of who you are in a very logical, gentle and stable way is showing you that you don't need to be loyal to things that are not loyal to you, that you don't need to put up with energies just because they are engaging with you or they're collaborating with you. If they're treating you badly, then you don't have to stay, is kind of what I'm getting. Okay, anything else? Eight of Wands. All right, what's Eight of Wands? The Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune. This is helping you. This Eight of Swords in reverse, like getting, for some reason, you cleared something really important. Energetically, in your subconscious, in your life, in your head, somehow you cleared something really important. And it's helping you either communicate that you're moving forward in a new cycle, or it's helping you just move forward in a new cycle, is what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing you move past this. I'm seeing you move past this for sure. Okay, what's a Wheel of Fortune in the Chariot? The Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. It looks like you're seeing, this is like, oh, and the World. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe, I was like feeling like it was much deeper than I was being shown. And I don't know if it's something that I'm just getting from, I'm trying to explain this right. Okay. You are ending a huge cycle on the Devil, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. It looks like you were engaged in something that was supposed to be equal give and take, something where it was supposed to be aligned. It was supposed to be like, you give me this, I give you this, and everything is direct and everything is on the table, and you are so like that. But it looks like whatever this was not direct, was 100% either actively deceiving you. Like, I cannot believe that this is coming through now. I wonder if it's like something that you feel like is just, you're realizing just now, or if it's like, it's dawning on you. I don't know. I don't know why it seemed like it wasn't, like this should have been first for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting it like that, but like usually when these types of energy are involved in a process, these usually come out like first. Like it's always usually like, you know, but what's interesting is we had so much happen before this, and then all of a sudden it looks like there's like, maybe you're having a stark understanding of what the cycle actually was all of a sudden. Or maybe you're just like, maybe you're just like, you saw it, but like you didn't want to see it. I don't know. So you're realizing that you've been attached to something that has looked like equal give and take, and you thought it was, but it really wasn't. It was lying to you in some way, deceiving you in some way. It was born out of a place of toxicity, unhealthiness. You are closing a major cycle on that, and that's why you're growing so much. I'm seeing it now. I'm like, oh, I get it. Like I was getting it before, but I felt like I was missing something. Okay, the World. The Seven of Wands and the Ace of Wands. You standing your ground is so important in closing the cycle, it looks like. I mean, really, honestly. Look, there you are. The Emperor with the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. So you are, it looks like you're stepping fully back into your own energy is what I'm seeing. I feel like whatever the situation was pulled you out of your energy. Like the normal way that you would have dealt with a relationship that was this deep, or a situation that was this deep would have been like, I'm done, cut off, bounced, right? Like that's usually the feeling I would get from you. But for some reason, this had ties to something within you that kept you hooked. Like where you couldn't get out of it the normal way you usually get out of it with your fire energy. I'm seeing that you had to get connected to Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. And your intuition, and Virgo energy, which is the Hermit, and the Moon. I mean, you really had to go digging deep and explore a lot of different energies to get out of the cycle. And now that you finally like are seeing everything, and you've like gone in and processed and learned all of this stuff, like you've learned so much. I can't even tell you, this is huge. You're finally like, now I can stand my ground. Now I can move into my normal energy and like do what I need to do. But I do feel like there was some sticky ties, really, really sticky ties here that kept you like stuck until you could finally see it. And I do feel like you had to dig in your own self. That's what I was saying. Like you were focused on clearing the chaos outside of you in the very beginning. Then I saw you like look down and you went, oh my God, I have chaos inside of me that's like attracting this chaos, right? It's not chaos. It could be attachment wounding. It could be trauma wounding. It could be any kind of wounding that you experienced when you were a child, anything like that, anything in your subconscious, your fears, your doubts, your conflict within you, all of that kind of had to get looked at and witnessed and processed for you to finally either see what was going on or accept what was going on. Then once you finally realized it and saw it, you're like, done. like I'm getting it really strongly. Like you processed something really deep that helped you disentangle and detach from this, and you needed to. Like it wasn't good for you, and I think you knew that. I think you just didn't know why you were kept being attracted to it, which is what happens with the devil. Like it is not clear. It is not easy. It is not something that is easy to see. And I do feel like this taught, I just can't get over how much it taught you. Okay. I want to get advice. You want me these ones or those ones? These ones. Advice for Aries with this. Daughter of Cups. Okay, that's Page of Cups. Death. Wow. 10 of Cups. Wow. This is like Spirit saying, like, this was like a huge transformation that had to do with the innocent, spontaneous, creative part of you. And the part of you that's always seeking long-term happiness. The part of you that always believes in the good in people. The part of you that always wants to give people a chance. The part of you that is forgiving and kind and loving. And you were really just wanting the 10 of Cups, which is like long-term happiness. And I think that whatever this was, it like wasn't this, but it looked like this. And you had to really, again, I can't get over it, like dig deep and go through this transformation of realizing that this was not what it was showing up as. Maybe you had some fantasies that you had to move through on, like, maybe you thought this person could change. Maybe you thought the situation would change. Maybe you had high hopes for the situation. Maybe you felt like things were going to work out in some way. But I'm seeing you realize, like, this needs to end because it's actually not this. It's just saying it is. It looks like it is, but it's not this. And I know that now. It's still hard to leave behind, though. I will say that much. It is. Any other advice you have? And realize that you're healing. Even if you're impatient with your healing, you're healing so much. And here we go. Look. Mother of Wands and Son of Wands. There, and we have Ace of Wands and Seven of Wands. Here's your fire returning. You may have felt very disconnected from your normal energy. It looks like. I don't know, whatever this was, it looked like it stifled your fire. And that's insane because it's like you're in Aries. Like, how could that stifle your fire? But it did. Because the devil does. Like, I'm telling you, the devil does just stifle our fire energy. It stifles our creativity, our hope, our belief in ourselves to move forward. I mean, it stifles a lot of things that are innate within us, but it gets covered by this numbness or this soothingness that like makes us fall asleep almost sometimes, but soothing in the moment, but long term it starts to really hurt and drain you and really starts to kind of become shitty in your life. Can be. You're healing this and it looks like once you are moved through this processing of this ending, you are stepping into a new vision of hope and healing a lot of things, and you're finally going to be able to be in your own energy, but you're also going to have the added benefit of having what you've learned and having access to these other energies that actually really also improve your life. And I do feel like you're being led somewhere where you're going to be able to kind of, I'm seeing like you like expand all your gifts, use all the gifts you've learned, and to be able to branch out and like either help a bunch of people, create abundance in your life in a new way because you have access to different energies and you know how to use them. Whatever the situation was, like really changed you on a cellular, I'm hearing integrative, interesting level. But like you really had to integrate a lot of different energies to get to this point. And like you have. And like Spirit's saying, like I know you may be feeling impatient with your growth, but you're going to have so much like access to interest, like way better energy, not interesting energies, but way just different energies than you had before to be able to move through life. And it's going to help you in ways that you don't even understand is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Okay. I want to get final advice for you. I do want to say though, this process has been hard. Like this looks so sticky to me. Like this might have been so hard for you to unstick yourself from. And I think it boggled you because it's like, that's not like it's not your normal mode. And it's like, I think that whoever the situation was or whatever this person was, it had some type of tie to your subconscious or past or attachment wounding or something to where it was really, really hard to look and extricate yourself from. Okay. Any final advice for Aries? We have creation, joy. Yes, this is going to help you create so much more joy in your life. And I do want to say you have changed a lot. See how far you've come, Aries. You have come so far. This is so huge for you. Creation, joy, anything else? We have passion. Yes, your passion's going to come alive. I feel like you could be creating something from this. You could be getting in a new relationship and have grown so much to where like you're able to hold like a really really strong healthy relationship. You could be able to start a new project from all the stuff you've learned. I feel like some of you could be creating like be famous or be a leader with what you've learned. Like this is some deep stuff that you've been going through, and I do feel like it's going to be used in multiple ways for your whole life. Like I keep getting the spirit saying like this is going to be useful for your whole life. And I know it's been hard, but it's taught you something that was integral to your growth, your success, your future, your hope, your future relationships, everything. Like that's how big this was. And I know it was painful. Like I can't get over I don't want to like bypass how painful this is. And it still probably is painful. You're still processing this. You're still dealing with this grief. You're still dealing with the like coming to terms with like what has happened, like the deceit and the pain of it. Like you're still coming to terms with it. And so just realize like your fire is returning. Once you fully process this ending, your fire looks like it's coming out hot, and like it's going to build something really beautiful and be in use with either somebody else, multiple people, being a leader, being abundant. I think for a lot of you it's a lot of the above. Like I think it's like more than one thing. Anything else? Completion. Yes, you are completing this. Like you got this. Like this is happening. Like you're completing this. You're going to feel so much more like yourself again, and you're going to have access to energies and ways of being that really helped you move through this and that will continue to help you for the rest of your life. Okay, Aries, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.